Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. Someday, when you achieve your ultimate goal of whatever plane you're on, I don't know, you may find yourself a wife. And I hope that when you do that, you get yourself a trophy wife like I do, because trophy wives lend themselves to more things than just being smoking hot. They lend themselves to more things than just being the belle of the ball, no matter where you are. Always making you look better when you go places because everybody knows that you're kind of a dunce and married out of your league, like me, right? We got that in common.
Yes. Oh, well, we've been over this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go over it again because I noticed a new habit or pattern, or maybe what's the word I'm looking for here for trophy wives? Things that they automatically do that, let's say, maybe not so trophy wives might not. Like last night, I opened up the fridge, and I was thinking, maybe I could use a little snack. And as I opened up that fridge, I looked in the fridge, and everything that was close to being the oldest in the refrigerator was more at eye level and right at the front. So she went in and rearranged the fridge and said, "Here, dumbass, eat this because it's been sitting. You bought it. It's sitting in here. It's been, I'm going to throw it out tomorrow if you don't eat it." Subtle messaging.
That's smart.
Subtle messaging.
That's very smart.
She knows that I'm not paying any attention to what I'm looking for anyway. So if she suggests putting something very close and easy within reach, boom, gone, eaten.
That's good. That is actually really, really smart on her part. I mean? One of the mistakes I think people make, this is especially true with dairy products, you don't put the milk to the back. The milk has to be up front. The oldest milk first. So you know on the date, oh, wait, it's November. I just dealt with this. I was like, oh, November 4th. It's November 7th. You pour that out. And you don't want.
Give you a tip about milk. Give you a tip about milk. If you've got old milk that needs to go away, pour it down the toilet. Because there are some enzymes in that milk that will go through your pipes and kind of clean things out. Truth.
Oh, that's cool. That's
I heard that from a plumber.
I will do that.
It's not going to fix, say, a root going through your main drain.
Right.
But nonetheless, it's a move forward.
I will try to remember that next time I pour out the milk, because that's.
And here's the other thing too, milk, it squirts out of another animal. And to some, that gets a little off-putting, and myself included. So maybe milk might not be the best example. I don't know.
Well, what do you? But you don't drink any milk at all?
No.
You need vitamin D, though. It's very, very important.
Well, yeah, I got some vitamin D supplement pills in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but milk. Maybe a little ice cream once in a while, but other than that, no way. Aren't you lactose intolerant anyway? I thought you couldn't drink milk.
No. That's not that big an issue for me.
Okay.
But
you don't eat cheese.
Well, it all depends. Like Uccello's, I go to get the pizza from Uccello's yesterday, and I order the same thing every time. It's 14-inch pepperoni light cheese.
Yeah.
For $8.99.
Got to double the cheese. It's good. Got to go double cheese.
No.
Yeah, you do. That's what you got to do.
Okay, see, look, no, because it's about the sauce. It's not about the cheese. It's about the sauce, and I like mozzarella's fine. I do not come near me with the Parmesan. That shit is disgusting.
No,
I don't want anything to do with Parmesan cheese. That's disgusting. It smells awful.
Well,
mozzarella's fine.
Okay,
but they effed it up. And I didn't realize that until I got home. They didn't put any pepperoni on it. It was just a light cheese pizza, which is fine. Like, I will eat a light cheese pizza.
Okay.
That is fine.
That's fine.
But it wasn't really a light enough to, like, I want even less cheese than they put on it. It's like,
what's wrong with you.
I have to be uber specific. I have to say a dusting and do like this. Just about that much cheese. That's all I need on it. That's all I want on it. And
that's where you're mistaken. But nonetheless,
anyway, they effed it up.
Well,
but that's
here's the thing: always get extra cheese on a pizza. Always.
No.
And I had a pizza experience last night too.
Okay.
However, my pizza came from the Dollar Tree. And I can't say that it was any
high quality or any
kind of high quality pizza for $1.25. Yeah, I can't.
Jesus.
But it was 8:30, and I'm thinking, I haven't anything to eat today.
8:30 p.m.
Well,
you shouldn't be eating that late at night anyway.
Well, what am I going to do?
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
Don't
but
eat
I had
that
to.
late.
I kind of wanted some pizza.
Okay.
And you know what? For $1.25, do you think I really stuffed myself with?
No, but it's first of all, it's gross. You don't eat I don't buy. There's always that dumbass theory. It's even bad pizza is good. No, it's not.
No, this was
bad
not that
food
good.
is bad food. Whatever kind of pizza, whatever kind of food it is.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's bad, it's good. That was the dumbest quote anybody came up with.
Right.
About anything.
Right.
It's just bad. Never get pizza at a gas station, ever.
Well,
never.
Wait a minute.
Never.
No, there's some good gas station pizza out there.
No, there isn't. Some. That doesn't exist.
I have.
It doesn't exist. You have. Right. If you've eaten pizza from a gas station, I don't care when it was. You have not yet digested
you have to be suspect over.
Oh,
you could end up really in trouble with a gas station burrito.
Oh God.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's trophy wifing 101.
Very good.
So all the girls out there listening right now, if you've got meatheads at home like me, that's how you work it.
Or the reverse, if you are maybe you're the trophy husband and your wife is, the other thing. It works for that too. Very good.
No.
Actually.
No.
Yeah, there is. No, yeah. Yeah, that happens.
You're talking,
that happens. Not as often.
You're talking out your rear end right now. Women run things. We all know that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, your day's coming.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but that's you know what that is, honestly, and I'm going to defend women here for that.
Yeah.
That is that is so effing patronizing.
No, it's not.
It really is. And guys do this
it's
a
reality.
lot. They do this bullshit. She's got the heart. My wife. It's all about it depends on what they're doing.
Yep.
It's like with anybody else. It depends on what their job is, what they're doing. Maybe they are great at this, but don't be. I hate it when we do this. And again, guys are guilty of this all the time. If not for my wife, I wouldn't be. Sometimes it is true, but it's not true all the time.
Okay.
It's not true most of the time. It's true maybe half the time. But don't be like I view women on the same level, so I don't patronize because they're on the same level. Okay, no better, no worse. They're on the level. So let's drop the patronizing bullshit when it comes to.
All right, well,
they're always better.
Wife things. That's where I stand.
Okay, well that's positive. There you go.
There you go. I'm not patronizing anybody.
No, I wasn't saying you were. I'm just saying
Okay.
You were saying most. Well, and that may even be true.
Most wives, that is true. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's get into it. There's a rising concern over the increase of fentanyl coming across the Mexican border into the U.S. Southern Arizona has become a massive corridor for trafficking the synthetic opioid. That's according to ABC News reports. There has been an 860% increase in fentanyl seizures by customs officials just since 2019.
Oof.
More than 100,000 are dying from overdoses each year in the U.S. This is one of those it's bad stuff. It's not, and a lot of times these things are it just get either accidentally put in or intentionally put in, and people don't know.
No.
I mean, there are some that oh, gee, heroin is not enough. I got to take this up a notch. Those
heroin
people do exist. Yes, those people do exist. But a lot of times these are accidental, and
I heard about an
infant
get
a handle on this
that got a dose of it by licking somebody's hand or something like that, dead.
Because it doesn't take much. I mean, it doesn't take much.
It's powerful.
This stuff is really. Fentanyl is for end of life.
Right.
You're trying to make somebody comfortable at the end of their life. That's what my mom has a really good friend of hers who has a fentanyl patch.
Yeah.
She's in her 80s and she has stage 4 cancer and she's able to go around and do stuff still. But it's not, I mean, it's
awful.
This is where she's at. So, yeah, absolutely.
One thing to think about too is that while we're through this, we're in the middle of this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look back over the drugs that have come into popularity over time.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are going to wise up on this. You go back to stuff like angel dust. Do you remember angel dust when it was out?
Yeah, that was a big, like when we were in middle school. I remember. Yes,
dun, dun,
angel
dun.
death.
Yeah. So
you know,
and you know, I think to a degree that there was some over scare tactic to that, but it was bad. But people wise up, and I only hope that people will wise up with this fentanyl. But to the same thing, fentanyl and heroin are much more addictive than angel dust.
Yes,
ever was.
it's not even close. Yeah, and fentanyl.
Bad.
The fact that we've found something more addictive and more horrific than heroin,
right,
is astounding. But it's something we got to come to grips with soon. Nearly half the U.S. Hey, speaking of drugs, nearly half of U.S. states have legalized recreational marijuana. Ohio became the 24th state to pass legalization on Tuesday. It will also tax the drug to fund several programs. The legal age for purchase and use in the Buckeye State is, of course, 21. And that's another thing. Now, you and I have talked about marijuana before. Yep. We're for legalization. That's something we got to be careful with, because there's more studies coming out now about just the potency.
Yep.
This is not like a 70s stank weed.
No.
Okay, that maybe your older brother, older sister, your parents were smoking back in the day. This is a little more powerful. Even the lower milligram edibles can be a little iffy at times. So just
the problem,
as with all things in moderation.
The biggest problems I'm hearing is that people are getting into the edibles and they are eating too much because there's not enough education out there.
Right.
So let's say you get a pack of edibles and there's 10 pieces in it.
Mm-hmm.
Eat 2.
Or just one. Or half of one.
Yeah, because here's what happens is that people think that if they eat, there's 10 pieces, that must be what I'm supposed to eat.
Right.
And what happens is over time, your system gets overloaded with THC, and you get what's called cannabinoid hyperemesis. And what it is it's terrible gut-wrenching cramps and throwing up and things like that. Terrible, like a psychosis feeling. And
that's the other thing. Yeah.
The problem is that this goes away in time, but it's so bad when it hits, people end up going to the ER. And I'm sorry, we don't need your stoned ass clogging up the ER over you eating.
Yeah, it's don't be stupid.
Gummy weed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you got real. Yeah.
I mean,
and it's one of those things. Yeah. And you can't, and you got to educate. That's the other thing. It's like, you got to educate if you're going to use this stuff, you got to educate yourself. You're going to be, it's like, you feel like people's parents now. It's like, you got to be responsible with it. And too many people just.
And you got to not talk to people like idiots. You know, you got to you can't go, this is bad, don't do this. They're not buying that anymore. They're not buying it.
You got to be like, just be responsible.
Perfect.
Moderate. Caution, all that good stuff. Finally, voters in North Muskegon approved a $7 million school bond on a Tuesday. That money will go to renovating classrooms and locker rooms throughout the district. New bathrooms will also be installed, along with other building improvements. The bill passed 65% to 35%.
What district is this again?
That's North Muskegon.
Oh, wonderful. Great school
North Muskegon district. So there you go. Sports. Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, and Florida State all in the top 4 in the latest college
Michigan
football playoff ratings. The rankings. And if you're a Michigan fan, you're still worried about. Go ahead.
When you hear Michigan in those ranks like that, that's like God's breath going over the world.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. God's breath if he had halitosis. All right. Michigan still under that investigation. If you're a Michigan fan, I wouldn't worry, because if anything happens, it's not going to be done till after the season. They're not going to do this in the middle of the season. You're still going to get to go. You're still going to get to go to the college football playoff.
We're the U of M, man.
And you're still hold on. And you're still going to get to lose in the first round. So best of luck. And Harbaugh will be gone next year.
Okay.
He'll eventually be coaching the Las Vegas Raiders. So
keep biting ankles.
Michigan State basketball, meanwhile, they dropped from 4 to 15 following their loss to James Madison. Again, that's the latest college basketball polls. Those polls don't mean anything because it's all about getting into the tournament.
Yeah.
And Sparty will be fine come March, as they always are. That's sports.
That's what Sparty is. Sparty is a wagon with the wheels falling off, just like that. You know what Sparty is at this point?
Go ahead.
Sparty is in the middle of a game of the Oregon Trail. The wheels are falling off, and there's what was the disease that killed everybody?
Dysentery.
Yeah, that's the one. So sorry.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I love. You know what I love. I love your middle school reactions to these things. It's the best. I love that. You suck with your mouth. Hi, my mouth. Hi, me. All right.
You're right. That is a good reaction. I like that a lot.
There you go.
All right. 2 words for you for 1,000. Appropriately, it's the 2-word Latin name for a type of poem whose theme is living for today.
That would be, I believe, Carpe Diem.
8 days in a row. 8 days in a row, Dave Cackley. 49,400
Seize the day,
in the hole.
my friends.
I don't know if we've got enough time left in the year to get you out of the hole, but things are looking up. I'm excited.
What can I say?
I'm proud, and I can't do this anymore.
I would like to thank Robin Williams,
people?
the late great Robin Williams in Dead Poets Society.
Yep.
That's the only reason I know that phrase.
Well, Robin Williams, Godspeed. We love you.
Great movie.
Dave, have yourself a great, is it Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Have yourself a great Wednesday.
See ya!
Welcome back, Muskegon. We have a rainy start to the day and maybe even some thunder, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Like I said, we are expecting some rain, and it actually could be heavy at times this morning along with some thunder, and then as the afternoon arrives, they'll become more scattered and showery throughout the day, and it will be a pretty cool day. We'll be north of a warm front, which means highs will only be in the mid-40s with an easterly wind, so kind of a crappy day is expected, but thankfully after today, it does look like it will be dry and getting warmer, especially next week. But your future radar does show at around 7 a.m. to about 10 a.m. is when the bulk of the heaviest rain will move through West Michigan. And like I said, some of those could contain some lightning into it and also some thunder. And then by 4 p.m. you can see most of the heavy rain is out of here, and we're just going to be left with some scattered showers throughout the rest of the day. And then by 10 p.m. that's when the rain should pretty much be done, as that low pressure system near Detroit moves out of our area. So temperatures today, like I said, won't be all that warm. They'll only be in the mid-40s with the clouds and showers around. It will be a pretty nasty day out there, along with a decent easterly wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So for your Wednesday, expect a high of 46 with rain showers, especially during the morning from about 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. will feature the heaviest rain with maybe even some thunder. And then overnight, we'll begin to lose the rain shower activity, especially before midnight, with a low of 40. But thankfully, after Wednesday, we'll start to dry out going into the weekend. Friday has a very small chance of lake effect rain because it will be a little bit cooler. But after that, temperatures will gradually warm up and will probably be in the 50s, maybe even the 60s the following week. And that's your Wednesday forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Cole Woods Weather, and enjoy your day today.